Alright, I have my SunJoe electric lawnmower here. It's not working. I'm going to test the push button here relay just to show it not working. See if I can get got it plugged, get it plugged in, push down the button and nothing happens. Pull that, push that, nothing happens. Nothing happens. So my first quick check out and see if this is letting voltage through. There is a total of 8 screws here, or 7 screws. You got 4 there, 1 down here, and then 2 that go in here that hold this up here. I got all of them out except for 2 of them, so I could test that. Phillips head or flathead. See, the only thing that's on here is a button that pushes that into this to make contact there. This whole piece is just hooked on. You have to pull the whole top off to pull this up and out. So the power in is on this side. Comes in here. It's on this side of this little relay. That's the power to the motor. This has to come down, catch this. That pulls up, and that's what allows it to start. So I gotta make sure it's getting power here, which it should be. And I have to see if it's getting power out there. My meter. The voltage. Okay, 118 volts. And across these 2 wires, that black and that red. I'm gonna have to see if I get any voltage on that black. Let's see. Supposed to let power through 2 and 4. So the black is 2. 4 is that black over there. So when it's engaged, it should be letting power through there. Right now I have power to the red and black. I'm not sure where the white wire goes. The red wire seems to go down to the motor down there. Just chasing this wire right there. White and black come in from the plug. I don't see where the white is. So it might just connect right straight down to the motor. Right there. So I have 118 volts at the red and black. I'm gonna see if I get any voltage between this side and this side. This black and that black. I'm going to try to do this. Still getting 118 volts between the black and the black. Nothing to the red. Probably this relay that's broken. Only way to know for sure is to bypass it. Disconnect it from power. See, that just sits back there. Soldered on there. I think those are soldered in. Alright, this is what I came up for a very temporary test. I'm just going to see if it will start up with this jumped out. So I'm just wrapped this wire, this 10 gauge wire around this side, and I put it up against that over here and underneath this, I don't know if it's silicone or not, cover. I'm going to see if it will start up, and then I'm going to let it unplug it or shut it off once I do that. If that's the problem, then I just have to replace this relay, and this should work. Okay, I put this back in, and I have it clipped down here. I'm going to see if now plugging it in actually starts it up. I don't think it will, but we'll see if it does or not. Actually, I'll also take an amp load on that wire. Yeah. Won't do that yet. This one will probably pull that wire off. It's pulling about 30 watts. I cut this out. These two pieces are soldered in so they can't be removed without unsoldering them. But that's the little relay. I did find that if I do this by hand, this closes and makes contact. And I ohmed this out to make sure that this black wire goes to this black wire, and this red wire here connects to this ground, or green wire. And I cut that out, and I have these wire tied together, or wire nutted. I'm going to plug it in and see if this will come on. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, then there's probably something wrong with the motor itself, or whatever else is down inside there. I can't get that cover off. The screws are, well, that screw there is getting stripped out, trying to get it out, and the other ones are too tight. I can't even get on them to do anything. So in order to get that off, I'm going to have to cut that off before I can even see what's in there. But I'm going to plug this in to power and see what happens. Another way this works is you're supposed to push that button down. It catches this, and you pull that lever up, and that, I'm guessing that's what closes that relay or contactor, and then it provides power. You let the button go, of course, as soon as it starts up, and of course that will be trapped up here, and once you are done, you just let this go and it releases it. So I have now bypassed that to see if it will run at all. So here is the test to see if it will start up. Make sure there's nothing underneath there before I start. It works. Alright. So that's the problem. Something wrong with this switch thing, and it wasn't closing. Even with it down, it wasn't snapping together. So it works again. I'll have to try to see if I can find one of these and go from there. That would take a while. So now I know the motor works. The lawnmower still works. It's good to go. Alright, just to show how I ohm this out, because I have the meter on ohms. Basically, this is the two black wires. You can see nothing happening with that not closed. And you get the buzz. And this red wire, I did find that there's these two metal posts right here. This bottom one here should go to that bottom one. It's running really high resistance. And this top one, do the same thing to that other one right there. Okay, with it open, it's touching ground. When it closes, it goes to that. So whatever was wrong with this was probably this thing supposed to be up underneath here, and when you close that button and you pull on that lever, this is supposed to pull up and close that. For whatever reason, it wasn't doing that, even with the before I took it apart. So that is why it didn't work. All right. I have to try to look this up online and see if I can find one of these. And of course I could just not do it at all and just let it just plug it in as needed, because it works just fine this way. The only problem with it without that is when you let go of that lever, well, you don't even have to mess with the lever anymore. It's just going to always be on unless you unplug it, and it's going to turn on as soon as you plug it in. Well, I found a light switch, an extra light switch in the house. I'm going to use it to cut power on and off to this. Let's see, I have that still wire nutted there. In order to make this work, I have to drill out this so the light switch will come out, and then I can close this up and the light switch will be out here where I can easily get to it. So I'm about to drill this out, put that there. Obviously it's a very simple light switch. I had to make a little bit of modifications so it won't get in here and do anything else, and it fits almost perfectly in the little space where the other contactor was, or relay was. Maybe it's just a switch, I don't know, but it's pretty much the perfect size to fit that in there. And I just gotta drill that out, put this together, and then it'll be perfectly good. And the light switch comes out right around here in this area, so I have to drill that out there. In order to do that, I'll be using a simple step-up bit. Got a bigger hole there now. So you can see the light switch will be here. And it's not perfectly sealed anymore, but you shouldn't be using an electric lawnmower in the rain anyway. I'm going to put the screws in there and then I'm going to test it out. Got it in. Unplug that. Should be off right now. It is. And it works. That is what it looks like. Nothing super great, but you know, it works. You turn it on and off, it'll stay in there. Don't even have to use this anymore. This does nothing now. So, alright, well, got the SunJoe working again.